Right, I haven't been doing lives out walking for quite a while. I did it for a little while. People seem to really enjoy them, but my issue is the stability and video quality. It's not been great. Good boy. But I've got a new phone, and I thought, you know what? I'll give it a go and try it again. So, we're out for an afternoon walk. These are the found then lost, then found again woods, which are near us here in Devon. They're not generally very busy at all, which is what makes them a good one to film in. Having said that, some people have just pulled up at the gateway, so I might just hover here and see which way they're going, because I don't want to get in their way, and it's not fair to film people if they don't know about it and don't want it. But as you can see, this is really a very lovely place for walking. We've got water for little duck dog. Haven't we, gorgeous girl? Loads for little Merlin to find and do. The other people, I think, have gone off the other way, so let's carry on. I love that sound of running water. So, for those of you who don't know us, I'm Abby. This is Oti. That's Merlin. Hey guys. And we live in mid-Devon, which is England in the UK. And we adventure all around the UK. Scotland, Wales, England. And my intention, if I'm not moving house, is to get to Ireland this year, which would be amazing. But we're very lucky to live in this wonderful area with so much woodland. So I do walk on Dartmoor, but not as much as I used to. I have a few health conditions, but mainly all made worse by having COVID. But I'm regaining fitness slowly. Love to get out with my dogs every day, either twice a day, shorter walks, or sometimes we'll be out for a long walk that takes most of the day. Now, my breathing might not be amazing. Did something fall out of a tree oats? It wasn't a squirrel, I'm afraid. No such luck. My breathing won't be amazing as I go uphill, so I do apologise for that. That was another reason. Guys, this way. Guys, this way. Come on. Good. Nobody's convinced there's squirrels everywhere. Merlin's found himself a Labrador. Yeah, I wouldn't be letting him wander up to you if he wasn't.
He does a mad bounce though, and it looks sort of quite scary, but he's friendly.
Yeah, he's lovely. Hey.
Oh, two friends
guys.
on this bed.
Nice to meet you.
Two friends.
Oh, got lucky it's dry at the moment, isn't it?
Two trees down.
Are there?
Yeah, but you can get past.
Perfect. Thank you. So there we go, that's a very sort of normal interaction while we're out walking. That's a lovely red Labrador with his owner. We are very fortunate, and I hadn't realised just how much until I started doing YouTube. But here in the UK, our dog laws are pretty relaxed, which can be both amazing and a real pain. So laws in this country, in England, your dog must be under full control at all times. So from my perspective, that is I really should be able to see them. And if I call them back, guys, good job! Merlin, come! Oh, Merlin says I just need to go to the loo. Good girl. He's by far the quicker responding than Madam is. I do have to keep half an eye on her. Don't I, you? Here he comes. Good boy! So, your dogs have to be under full control at all times. So that means when you're out walking, you know where they are. Preferably see them, but spaniels and some gun dogs you might not quite be able to see them, but know exactly where they are. You don't allow your dogs to approach others unless they're all looking relaxed and happy, but you don't let them approach others on lead, is the key. So if one's on lead, ask whether it's happy to interact. Don't allow them to jump up at anyone. Don't allow them to get into anyone else's cars. The other thing is ID tags. It's a legal requirement to have an ID tag on your dog at all times. A couple of exemptions, such as when they're working, but the exemptions only apply when they're actually working, not just my dog picks up on a shoot twice a year, therefore I'll never put a tag on it. Always carry poo bags on you, but actually in the woodland and the forests, the general rule is kick any mess off the tracks. I'd rather you didn't actually use plastic, but just be sensible. Oh, this one is quite a steep hill. Got from just how steep. Quick look behind us. Hello Kelly, nice to hear from you. So yeah, the downside of those laws is that there's a lot of irresponsible owners, and particularly since COVID. People have got dogs, haven't thought about the training, haven't thought about their requirements as an owner, and that's when it all goes a little bit wrong. Good girl! Oti unfortunately has got quite reactive, particularly around car parks, after someone's Labrador jumped in her crate on top of her while I was changing my shoes. Yeah, that wasn't good at all. But generally my dogs are very well socialised. They know how to greet another dog, and they also know and understand when a dog, as is absolutely its right, says no thank you, I'd rather not talk. We've all got that right. So you can see we're a little bit muddy up here, but nothing terrible. It's one of the advantages of it being on a slope through here. But we are rising quite rapidly. We don't have mountains in Devon, not like in Wales and Scotland, but we do have plenty of hills. Looking across, you can see we're rising to that tree line quite rapidly. Now, how's the stability looking for all of you? Because as I said at the beginning, this is a little bit of a test for me today to see whether the video quality is actually good enough to do lives or not. Because it's lovely to be able to interact with you whilst we're walking. I've got one lovely lady I know, particularly if I do sort of a 4 p.m. walk. She's in her office and puts the walk on while her dog is being walked by a walker at home, which seems like irony. My fitness is definitely improving. I had ground glass changes on my lungs from COVID, which meant I really struggled to breathe exercising. But they are repairing. The last CT scan showed great improvement, and I can really feel it. So that's brilliant. And last time we came through here, this was where Oti found squirrels. So this morning's walk was on fields where the dogs got to have a brilliant play. This afternoon's walk is more about nice smells and mooching around more than anything. I do like that variety in my dogs' lives. I see another hill ahead. You just think you've got to the top, but no. One of the medical issues I do have that I've had to get used to is plantar fasciitis. It's what finished my career with horses. Very, very painful feet. But walking on this softer ground, leaf litter, mud, but still a firm surface underneath, is just perfect. We've had a mixed week so far. 3 night turns, with sort of fairly regular walks in between. But obviously the actual night turns are incredibly boring for the dogs. But that now means, Merlin, do you have to eat your sister? Yeah, it's fun. So that means that yesterday I came off a night shift, had a couple of hours sleep and went to Rally Obedience training day because Otie is on the South and South West Croft team, but just as a non-travelling reserve this year. Anyway, gorgeous girl. They really wanted Merlins, didn't they? But there's rules about how many collie types you can have, and he is half a collie. I didn't want to fully commit to it this year, to be perfectly honest. Otie's been twice. We thoroughly enjoyed the experience, but it is a lot of travelling for training. And I'm trying to sell my house and buy another one. Trying to visit family more. So it's, yeah, just weighing up actually having time in life for everything, along with working. So yeah, that was yesterday, but we managed 2 canal walks around that, which was lovely. Short one in the morning, and then a longer one in the afternoon. And you wouldn't believe it, look at this today, but we've been really, really cold. You'll find in my Dartmoor album, we had a wonderful walk in snow early last week, and then yesterday the canal was frozen. So, yeah. And then today, we're back to being really, really mild. In fact, I'm too warm. I've got a coat on. But the gilet would have been enough. Look at how much we've risen. So that tree line, we're now nearly level with it pretty much. This isn't a long walk today, but it's a really nice one because it's quite quiet. It's a Sunday and I try to avoid, good boy, weekend walkers. I know that's bad, but this walk is often a lot quieter than others because I'm so used to walking in the week around the shifts when it's very few people around. Good girl. Like I say, we had a lovely walk this morning. Again, not a long one, but loads of playtime. So yeah, this will do them this evening. Not today. And then later on this evening, after I've been to the gym, I'll just do a little bit of trick training at home. It's nice to have a little bit downhill. See, it's coming in a bit misty over there. This is quite normal for Devon. It does tend to get quite misty. I think the dogs have spotted someone. It will be those other walkers who'd arrived at the same time as us, who I think have gone the other way around the route. Good job, guys! And they're waiting patiently to find out whether they can go and say hi. Well done! Merlin, wait. Yeah, their dog's off lead. Okay. So I expect my dogs to wait, and I can check out whether any other dogs are off lead or want to chat before I release them. And this Labrador looks pretty up for a game. So you can see all happy language. Hiya! Sweetheart. She's anyone's for a bum scratch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Aren't we all?
Yeah. Enjoy your walk. So there we go. Again, nice interaction, nice meeting people. I'm not antisocial. Some people get this idea I'm completely antisocial. I'm not, but I also come out to walk for my enjoyment, so I just don't want really busy areas and to constantly have to worry about, particularly on a Sunday, kids on bikes and that sort of thing. They were lovely. Say hi to. Good girl. So this wood really does only have one route, which is why I knew who they were when I could see them ahead. Stop squiggle hunting, I can see what you're doing. Madam. And what's really, good girl, go on. What's really nice is seeing someone wanting to say hi to people. For those of you who followed our journey, Merlin was really nervous. I actually went to look at a long-haired black and white bitch from the litter, and both bitches were good girl, they were way too nervous. Like, I didn't have the time to deal with that when I worked on farms. That would have been fine, but needing to get back to work in the signal box, I couldn't manage that. But there's something about Merlin, and it was an accidental litter, so they hadn't planned them. They left it very late to sell them because they just didn't really know what they were doing. So they were 12 weeks old already, the pups, in a stable, chest of drawers in there and nothing else. So they didn't have any toys. All the litter were hiding under the chest of drawers. They had to be dragged out to say hi to. Both parents were in very good condition, but it was his farmer's working sheepdog that he really didn't want out of action while she had a litter, and the wife's young, lovely Pembroke Corgi that they just hadn't realised that they were going to breed so quickly. And yeah, there was something about Merlin, and they said he's already homed. I was that's fine, and drove away. It was a long drive. It was about 3-4 miles up towards the road, North Wales. And as I was getting to the top of the drive, the other reason I didn't want Merlin, was he was a boy. I've always had bitches, because living on farms and stable yards, bitches much preferred. They don't wheel on food, hay, they don't wreck things in that respect, and they're less likely to wander. And as I got to the top of this drive, I thought, actually, it doesn't matter whether I have a dog or a bitch now, because I don't live on farms and estates anymore. And this little man just was a bit special. I still couldn't touch him. He was still that nervous, but I could tap on the floor of the stable and sort of play around with shavings, and he wanted to be involved. He wanted to interact. This way, guys! Hold on, fingers in your ears while I use the whistle. Sorry, peoples. He really wanted to interact, like I say, just didn't know how, but it was a good sign. This is not like them. Thank you. Yes, monkey. Good girl. You see what I mean about not liking them to go too far out of my vision. That's what keeps us able to walk our dogs in the UK. Good boy. And yeah, so little Merlin really wanted to interact, really wanted to do something, just wasn't brave enough. But it's taken a long time and lots of experiences for him to really gain that confidence. So to see him with people like that, particularly men, he was really, really wary of men. And to see him like that, wanting to talk to the dad, wanting to talk to that son, it's just so nice to see. I don't encourage my dogs to go up to other people, and I certainly won't let other people feed them. But for them to be that happy, to have a bit of interaction, and then carry on with the walk, that really is nice. Makes me pleased as an owner. Not sure what that bird is actually. As you can see, we're surrounded by sort of hills here and woodland. I'm very lucky in that within a short space of time, not too far from me, we've got at least 8 car parks or pull-ins for different walks. So we can really vary where we go. This will be one of the trees the lady said was down, but actually this has been down since I walked here New Year's Day. It's just a case of a bit of scrambling over. The downhills aren't ideal for my knees, but since I had a cortisone injection last week, it's been a lot easier. It was lovely to have so many of you saying hi. Summer, Liz Melia, Mocha Game Flowers, good to hear from you. So you can see that this is quite freshly down. There's not been a route round it really yet. So thankfully I do not have dual view on, and you cannot see the really inelegant view of me scrambling over a tree. Okay. Good boy. Doesn't she blend in well? In true autumn, she really does blend in. Should ask if we can go that way. I've never actually been that way, and I don't intend to today. This way, guys. Good boy. Good girl, chief monkey. They're such different characters. He's got the colliness for, okay, yeah, I'll do anything you want. But then occasionally questions and sort of goes, well, I could do it a better way. Whereas OT has got the tolliness. Really? You're going to make me? Definitely a toller aspect I hadn't really fully taken on until I had one. You can tell it's been slightly damp. When I walked through here on New Year's Day, it'd been dry for so long. These leaves were all really sort of crunching. They're not now. It's just so peaceful. And this is what I love and need in my life. I think we all do. I'm just going to get the dogs to check in with me again. Guys! Yeah! Hello, puppies! Hey, gorgeouses. One for Merlin, one for Uchi. Well done. Okay. Okay, there's another uphill. I always forget about this one. This is why I don't do this walk too often, to be honest. One, because I lost it for a long time, but also because it is quite silly. Good girl. So rewarding my dogs, sometimes when they come back, they get sweeties, which is in reality, I have bits of their own normal day-to-day food on me. If it's a recall from something like a squirrel or really sort of responsive, they'll get high value treats. So more like sort of liver cake. Then a lot of the time they get bum scratches, guys. Hey, bum scratches! And that means just as much to them as anything else. Well done, guys, is that nice? You want more bum scratches? Good girl. Okay. And obviously I do like my dogs to check in regularly. You can see we're above the road here. So I do need my dogs to have decent recall. And not just that, but not wander too far from me. That's another of the reasons this walk is particularly ideal. After we had a real run on the fields this morning. Stuart Paston, nice of you to ask. I'm very well, thank you. Yeah, I am feeling well, actually. Like I say, health is improving, which is great. Got 2 Labradors by the look of it. Very Labrador heavy walk. Okay. Oh no, what's this one? Yes, they are. Thank you for asking. Okay, you can say hi. Okay. So we've got Labrador's gone into play bow. Now the Frenchie. Hey, steady. Politely. Well done. So you can see Labrador was a bit rude. He was in Merlin's face. And Merlin very sensibly said, that's a bit much. But Labrador really well listened. Hello. Sorry, I was videoing one. But yeah, lovely to see them. It's a good girl. Oh, she can just be a bit confused sometimes by the brachio breath. Yeah. Because obviously the breathing can sound like growling. There we go.
So mine's both kids are only just 9 months, so they're still very he's only just 1.
What, the Labrador?
Yeah.
Very good though, because when Merlin said, that's two in my face, he was backed off nicely.
I mean that's why I like him, to meet dogs that do tell him to, because he'll learn, but otherwise it's just all in all the time.
I know when I had her spayed, she got a bit of everyone's face and I had to put her back on the long line. And go back to oi, we don't do it like that. Yeah,
he's being neutered on Friday.
Don't tell him.
I know. Frank was, he's just done that. But it's nice to observe.
Lovely.
Hello, darling.
Hey, madam.
Hello.
She just polices it a little bit. She's 5 now. She's like, you lot play with my younger brother. Keep him occupied. She's a collar. No, so collar retriever. So the smallest of retriever breeds. Yeah. And probably the most energy and the slightly quirky.
You're very pretty, aren't you?
And that's their downfall. She is very pretty, so they've got a lot of energy.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're lovely dogs.
Yeah, she's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Are you from around here then? Because I've never met you in it before.
Yeah, I live Coppleston, but I swim at Mole.
Oh yeah.
So if I'm over this way, it's quite a nice one. Oh,
bless them. Wear them out a bit, will it?
Absolutely.
Hey, Frank,
okay, we're getting a bit much. I'm going to move on. Yeah. But nice to meet you. And away. Good. Well done. Oh, this way. This way. Good girl. This is the only problem when you call your own dog. Okay, no problem. That's nice to be able to let me know that he will turn back and go back. I didn't think he would. I'd just wait till he had a proper lead on. Oh, it's this way. Well done, guys. Nice work. So that one will get a reward with a high value treat. Guys, well done. Yeah, because that's a really tricky thing to call away from. Well done, okay. Play time with new mates. So yeah, that really needs rewarding. You're asking how many dogs I've got. I've only got the 2. We've just met quite a few others out walking today. As you saw there, if the dog starts getting too much, Merlin is very good at reading dogs, very good at playing, but my responsibility to him as an owner, particularly when he's a smaller dog, is if they do get too much for him, end of, we move away. But if a dog really gets too much and gets pushy, don't be afraid as an owner to body block it, use a foot, do whatever you need to do to keep your own dog safe. That's your priority. They made that hill go quicker. So there we go. What are we at? Half an hour now, 31 minutes. So that's a nice length walk without being too long for a daily one. As I said, that's the second walk of the day. That's just perfect. We've been in daylight, we've stayed dry. In Devon, in winter, can't ask a lot more. You can see even there's loads of different textures for them, different levels for them to experience. You really can't beat getting out and about with your dogs. And these walks combined with agility, valley obedience, brain work, a little bit of hoopers, just keeps my dogs happy. And me happy. As I've said over and over again, I need this in my life. Okay, we're getting near the start of the walk, and I will put the dogs on the leads and slowly go from the hill as we get close to the road. So I'm going to say goodbye to you all. But it's been absolutely lovely having you along. I've got some lovely walk albums, spectacular walks around the UK, walks in Dartmoor. So if you've enjoyed your walk today, please go and find the really better quality ones, high quality videoing, and go and enjoy our areas with us. But it's been lovely to have you along. Guys, up and wait. And we'll take care, everyone. And we'll see you all soon.